Hello my friends and viewers. Welcome to my channel Our Self Defense. I am Devjyoti and through my channel I try to provide you some basic training of real life combat arts which you can apply in any adverse situation of your life. But before I proceed further, you should remember one thing, that these techniques should be applied only if there is a severe threat to your life, property and dignity. And these techniques should never be applied as a fun games, because any irresponsible use of these techniques can leave you injured fatally. As you all know, the famous quote of this famous film Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. My friends, what is self-defense? Self-defense is defending oneself against any adverse situation. This may be a natural calamity, it may be an adverse weather condition, attack from any insect or an animal, or it may be an attack from another person. So defending oneself from any adverse situation is called self-defense. We wear warm clothes in winter because we want to defend ourselves from the cold weather conditions. So that is also self-defense. You use a mosquito net to defend yourself from the mosquitoes. So every living organism do self-defense in its own unique way. So self-defense is one of the basic fundamental property of any living beings. Is that clear? Now, why should human beings have to learn martial art? You all know that nature has given most of the animals some basic weapons, some natural weapons. Some have sharp claws, some have sharp teeth, thick fur, enormous strength and agile flexibility, instinct. But we human beings have neither sharp teeth or claws nor any enormous strength, but nature has given us a dreadful weapon, and that is our brain. And through this dreadful weapon, we can learn this martial art, and which we can apply to defend ourselves against any odd situation. How did martial art evolve? Actually, it is very little known how martial art has evolved through the centuries. But actually, martial art has two types. One is armed and another is unarmed. And this unarmed segment of martial art has been largely developed by the Buddhist monks. As you all know, that most of the Buddhist monasteries were built in hilly terrains and were mostly covered by dense forests. So they had to move from one monastery to other with valuable manuscripts, and in the way they were often robbed and killed. But as you all know, that Buddhists believed in ahimsa or non-violence. So they could not keep a weapon with them. So in order to save their lives and religion, they started practicing these combat arts. Eventually, it became a part of their religion. Almost all of the Asian countries have developed their own style of martial arts. Kung Fu, that is the oldest style of martial art, has been born from China. Then comes judo and karate that were born in Japan. Taekwondo is born in Korea. Boxing that came from Egypt. Our country, India, has lots of type of martial arts, and most of them are regional based. And among them, the most popular are wrestling from northern India and Kalaripayattu from southern India. As I am a karate black belt, my style is Shotokan karate, the oldest form of karate. Okay, so I would like to introduce you some basic Japanese terms of karate. Now you have seen that we all wear a white uniform, white dress. That dress is called gi. And you have seen the belt, the colorful belt or some black belts. Those belts are called obi. The place where we all do the practices are called dojo. The way we greet others, we give respect, is called os. Our masters are called sensei or shihan. Our grandmasters are called kanchu. Fellow students are called watakani. And our techniques are called waza. Our hand techniques te waza. Leg techniques ashiwaza. Block techniques ukewaza. The basic techniques are called kihon. The fightings are called kumite. You all have seen some competitions of martial arts. So you may be wondering, what is the difference between competition fighting and self-defense fighting? So there are three basic differences. Number one is objective. Number two, principles. Number three, rules. Now, how can I define which one is competition fighting and which one is self-defense fighting? So first comes the objective. So what is the objective of a competition fighting? The objective of a competition fighting should be to score maximum points, win the game, and also win the prize. Okay, but in a self-defense fighting, the prime objective should be to get out of that adverse situation and get to a safer place. That is the main objective of a self-defense fighting. Then comes number two, that's the principle. So what is the principle of a games fighting? There are lots of principles. Like as one cannot hit the opponent below the navel. If someone does, he may be disqualified from the game. And also, you have to keep the sportsman spirit in a competition game, competition fighting. But in a self-defense fighting, what is the principle? There is only one rule, and that is, there is no rule. The prime rule should be to get yourself out of the situation. So to do so, you can do everything and anything to get out of the situation. So in a self-defense fighting, there is no principle at all. Then comes the rules. What are the rules of a games? There may be different rules. With different moves, with different techniques, there are different rules. Some have positive points, some have negative points. But in a self-defense fighting, there are only a rule of fire. This rule is called PAE, fire. Now what is fire? P for protect or prevent. Next, A for attack or aggression. And next, E for exit or escape. Now let me define what is the rule of 5. Protect, attack and exit. So if someone attacks you, what should be your prime objective? To prevent yourself. Suppose, come on, this person is an attacker. So this is an attacker, he wants to hurt me. Okay, so he is doing a face punch. Do it. What I am doing? I am just preventing myself from his attack, from his hit. So the first step is prevent or protect. I am protecting myself. Then he will continue to do hitting. So in order to prevent him for doing further hit, what I have to do? I have to do a counter attack or aggression. That is okay. So this is attack. That's number 2, A. And now the third step is just to exit or escape from that place. You may think, why should I escape? No. What I told you in my first step, what is the objective of a self-defense? Is to prevent yourself and to get out of that situation and get to a safer place. This is not a competition dojo. Someone is not waiting with a trophy for winning this fight. And if he is being hit, then what will happen? He will call his other friends and they will join. And I myself cannot fight with 10 or 12 people. So the first preference should be to get out of the situation on the first opportunity. You got that point? Before we learn in a deep, we have to understand our self body. That is called the comprehensive understanding of the human body. So in our body, there are some places where if we hit hard or not hard, the person may be injured maximum. Those places are called the targets. So in every human being, there are some targets. So targets, first of all, primary target. What are the primary targets? So primary targets are those places, those points of the body where if we hit hard or not hard, the person may be injured severely. So what are those places? Come on, Ashish. There are some points in a human body where we can hurt and injure the person heavily, like as between the legs or the growing points. This is one of the vital points where we can harm the opponent maximum. Then comes the chin. Okay. Then comes the eyes, comes the nose. If I hit this person directly into this portion, I don't have to apply too much strength. But if I hit this portion, his nose can start bleeding. And if I hit him in his eyes with simple 2 fingers, then suddenly he will become blind. So these are the places where if we hit hard or not very hard, that person may suffer heavy injury. So these places are called the primary targets. So what are the primary targets? One is the growing, this way, okay. Then comes this. And one major point is this. This is called the solar plexus. You all can feel that where the lungs ends and the stomach starts, there is a small bone. And if you press that place, you will feel pain. So this place is called the solar plexus. If I hit here very hard or this way, then you will get severely injured. And these are the primary targets of a human body. Then comes secondary targets. So what are secondary targets? Secondary targets are those places where if I hit that person very hard or not very hard, the person may be injured, but not severely. Okay? Like as if I hurt this person in his back, he will not be hurt very hard. He will not be hurt. If I hurt this person in this place, he will not be hit too much. He will not feel too much pain. If I hit him this place, okay, or this place, he may fall down, but he will not be severely injured. If I hit that person in his ears, he may be deaf, but he will not be severely injured. So these are the places where if I hit somebody with immense pressure or immense force, that then also that person may not be so much injured. So these are the places that we can call secondary targets. What are natural weapons? Natural weapons are those weapons that are gifted by Mother Nature, like as our fist, our knee, palm, knuckles, elbow. So all these are our natural weapons with which we can hit somebody without any external arms. So these are all our natural weapons. In my next video, I shall show you how can we strengthen our natural weapons. There are some basic exercises, some modified exercises that we can do to make our body, our limbs and our natural weapons more and more strong. So follow my next video where I can show you the very exercises. And if you like this video, please share and like and give your valuable feedback in the comment section. And if you want to get more such videos, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to get the notification of any such new videos. Now I would like to thank my 2 assistants, Ashish Kumar and Roshan Kumar. Both are Shotokan Karate black belts. Now I will thank the person behind the camera, my childhood schoolmate Shankar Nath. And I also want to thank the principal, the teaching and non-teaching staffs of DAV School Fulbari for giving me such an opportunity to make this video. Thank you for watching. Osh.